Hello everybody, how are you doing? I'm going to do a maybe controversial video right now. Okay, so I don't even know if I'm going to post the video yet, okay? Okay, so I am reading to you some controversial scriptures about marriage, okay? So I'm going to start in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3, okay? So when I was growing up and I used to read my Bible, I kind of understood the concept of like if you deal with one man, like you're married to a man, and then I'll just read it to you, okay? Jeremiah 3. They say if a man divorces his wife and she goes from him and become another man's, may he return to her again. Would not the land be greatly polluted? But okay, sorry, I'm not going to read anymore. It's talking about Israel like playing the harlot with many lovers, and then the Creator saying, "Yet return to me," says the Adonai. Okay, so that's one subject. I'm not going to stay on that subject. Just look at what the word said. If a man divorces his wife and she goes from him and become another man's, may he return to her again. So when I was young, I was kind of aware, like once you marry somebody and you go to somebody else, you can't go back to the first person. I was kind of aware of that. And so I was trying to look up the definition of like biblical pollution, like polluting the land. So the best that I found so far was about like blood polluting the land, like when it comes to, okay, so in Numbers 35, verse 33, it says, "You shall not pollute the land where you are, for blood defiles the land, and no atonement can be made for the land for the blood that is shed on it, except by the blood of him who shed it. Therefore do not defile the land which you inhabit, in the midst of which I dwell, for I, the Adonai, dwell among the children of Israel." Okay? So I'm just throwing some controversial ideas for you guys to pay attention to. So there's a lot of controversial ideas when you get into the ordinances and the statutes of the children of Israel, okay? So when we're talking about polluting the land, so would not the land be greatly polluted? When I thought about greatly polluted, I actually thought about energy-wise. So say, for instance, when there's arguments and contentions, the energy is not so happy and pleasant. So what I was thinking about, it's something weird. It's kind of a gross concept. So the gross concept, what I noticed, and I don't even really want to say it because it's kind of a gross concept, but I noticed that you can attract bad energy, like of creatures coming in your space. Bad energy, like when your energy is full of contentions and arguments, it can attract bad things like yucky bugs and different things like that, okay? I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but if you keep your place pleasant, like the atmosphere pleasant, everybody is agreeable and is peaceful, you might not attract so much negative energy from things that you may consider kind of gross, okay? So let me see. So if a man divorces his wife and she goes from him and become another man's, may he return to her again. Would not that land be greatly polluted? So then when I'm reading the definition of pollution here, it's saying, so you shall not pollute the land where you are, for blood defiles the land. Now when it comes to marriage, there is an element of blood when it comes to marriage, but I don't know how the land will be polluted because I don't want to speak about personal things, but when it comes to the blood covenant between the man and the woman, that would have been relevant the first time that the woman was intimate with someone. So that's kind of interesting. Why do you use the word, would not that land be greatly polluted? Now maybe it's talking about energy-wise, because then you would have a bunch of families that maybe have different issues. Now in our lands today, modern day, because we weren't necessarily keeping the ordinances of people of old who knew better than us, of late, there might be a lot of contentions in families. Hopefully those are getting resolved. So I'm trying to figure out, what is the Creator talking about the land being greatly polluted? Okay? So while I was in Numbers, right behind where I was at 35 verse 33. Right behind there, it's talking about marriage of female heirs, okay? And so I wanted to kind of, I'm just throwing out weird ideas there that maybe people don't pay that much attention to, and it might be very controversial, but maybe it's pointing us in the right direction. So I wouldn't hold people accountable for this if they just found out about it now. It might be more relevant in the next couple weeks, months, years, something like that, or like what you teach your children, okay? So this is just FYI for your information so you can do better in the future, okay? Because I don't know how entangled you are in certain situations right now. This is something you have to pray about. It's just a word to the wise, okay? So, so let me tell you where I'm going to start. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to read the whole section, okay? So you guys can just be aware of what the word says. That way next time when you marry or your children or whomever else marries, you will have more information for them to make good decisions. And it actually may make things more challenging. So let's see. Okay, so Numbers 36. Now the chief fathers of the families of the children of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, of the families of the son of Joseph, came near and spoke before Moses and before the leaders, the chief fathers of the children of Israel. And they said, the Adonai commanded my Lord Moses to give the land as an inheritance to the children of Israel. And my Lord was commanded by the Adonai to give the inheritance of our brothers Zelophehad to his daughters. Okay? So I'm just going to read it and you'll figure out what it means. Now, if they are married to any of the sons of the other tribes of the children of Israel, then take their inheritance. Then their inheritance will be taken from the inheritance of our fathers, and it will be added to the inheritance of the tribe into which they marry. So it will be taken from the lot of our inheritance. And when the jubilee of the children of Israel comes, then their inheritance will be added to the inheritance of the tribe into which they marry. So their inheritance will be taken away from the inheritance of the tribe of our fathers. Verse 5. Then Moses commanded the children of Israel according to the word of the Adonai, saying, What the tribe of the sons of Joseph speaks is right. This is what the Adonai commands concerning the daughters of Zelophehad, saying, Let them marry whom they think is best. Yay to all the women. We're like, yay, we get to choose our men. That's great, okay? But they may marry only within the family of their father's tribe. So this is where the big contention would come in, is because do you even know who your father's tribe is? Do you even know if his tribe is big enough, large enough for you to find a suitable mate? That would be where the contentions are. So it's word to the wise for you to know for the future. So right now, if you're in a sticky situation, I'm sure the Adonai, like you have to pray about this and get direction on what to do. But it's more for people who haven't gotten married yet for good advice for the future. Okay? So I guess we'll see how that works. But anyway, let me see. So the inheritance of the children of Israel shall not change hands from tribe to tribe, for every one of the children of Israel shall keep the inheritance of the tribe of his fathers. And every daughter who possesses an inheritance in any tribe of the children of Israel shall be the wife of one of the family of her father's tribe, so that the children of Israel each may possess the inheritance of his fathers. Thus no inheritance shall change hands from one tribe to another, but every tribe of the children of Israel shall keep its own inheritance. Just as the Adonai commanded Moses, so did the daughters of Zelophehad. For Mala, I'm sorry if I said it correctly, let me see. Mala, Tirzah, Hagla, I'm sorry that I don't know if I say these names correctly. Milcah and Noah, the daughters of Zelophehad, were married to the sons of their father's brothers. Okay, so that's, in our minds today, that's kind of tricky. Okay? They were married into the families of the children of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, and their inheritance remained in the tribe of their father's family. So this is like alert, alert, alert. This is kind of crazy because we kind of know not to marry too close to our families, but then this is about inheritance. So what I say, because I'm about free will, okay? So free will is like we want to do your will, Creator, right? We're looking to see where your will is. Let's see how we can integrate this into our life, because it might be a little bit confusing, so please give us direction on what to do. So verse 12, it says, They were married unto the families of the children of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, and their inheritance remained in the tribe of their father's family. These are the commandments and the judgments which the Adonai commanded the children of Israel by the hand of Moses in the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho. So, oh my gosh. How confusing is that, or how straightforward is it? It depends on how you want to see it, okay? So we're learning things from the word, which is truth. I can't really alter the word, so even if it doesn't make sense to us right now, maybe it's not our wisdom, maybe it's the wisdom of our Creator, okay? That we're supposed to pay attention to. So if I don't know the answer, if you don't know the answer, maybe ask the Creator to give you direction on what to do. So if you are married to one person, you marry someone else, and then you go back to the first person, you've already done that, maybe perhaps you should ask for forgiveness from the Creator. So that's something you repent for. So it would go like this. Dear Creator, I'm very apologetic. I should not have married to this man and then went to this man and then gone back to the first man. However that goes for you. Please forgive me for my sins. Help me not to sin against you in this way again. Teach me your ways so I don't make mistakes. Help me to do right in my relationship so that I will not get into situations I shouldn't get into, okay? So that's for one area, okay? But initially, what he was talking about here was saying that Israel itself was not faithful to him, okay? That's what he was saying. He was saying, but you have played the harlot with many lovers, yet return to me. Key word, guys. Yet return to me. He's a merciful and forgiving Adonai. So some of these things we see in black and white, we still have to have a relationship with the Creator to know what is he talking about. You know, if I messed up, can I go back and return to you and do the right thing? Please teach me how to do the right thing, okay? And then with this inheritance thing, this is very tricky because, so later on, maybe I can go over some of the other laws, but these things are like, for some of us, we haven't seen some of these items before as far as these commandments, statutes, and things. So they may kind of shake us up in our thought processes. And so we have to pray to kind of integrate this into our life and make it make sense. Okay? But, so I might start talking more about some of the laws and statutes, but they may like shake up our normal everyday things. Okay? So I can't tell you ladies what to think about this because I don't know if we'll start marrying closer into our families or something. I'm not sure. I'm also not sure if you're married far away from your family, if you're intermarried into a pagan situation. I don't know. This is all stuff that we pray about and ask the Creator to direct our path so that we make the right decisions at this moment and in the future for ourselves and for our children, okay? And or for our children's children. But the important thing is that we're supposed to teach these instructions to our children. So when I was in Deuteronomy 4, because I was trying to figure out what was polluting the land, what was, let me see. I'm not sure if that's where I was. Okay, yeah, Deuteronomy 4:9. Let me see. Okay, only take heed to yourself and diligently keep yourself, lest you forget the things your eyes have seen, and lest they depart from your heart all the days of your life, and teach them to your children and to your grandchildren. So he is just explaining to us we need to learn the laws and statutes and ordinances of the Creator and ask him to direct our path and teach these things to our children. So at least if we don't have it correct and we repented, at least our children or our descendants down the road will get it correct, okay? Okay, so I'm sorry to stir you up, guys, but I saw it, I had to share it, so I greatly apologize if you didn't like the way it sounds, okay? Okay, thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Thanks, bye.